7:38 in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business, they are hosting an organization design conference. The conference caters exclusively for C-suite executives, change managers, business strategy and HR professionals, as well as consultants. It's scheduled for the 17th of September, so not far away from now. It's going to be at the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business. And to give us more information on the event, we're joined by Tarin Hodges, Senior Advisor, Organizational Development and Assessment Center at Arthur Lockjack. We hope to be joined on the telephone in a short while by Andrew Campbell, who is the keynote speaker on the event. He's going to be linking up with us, hopefully, in a short while from the United Kingdom. Good morning to you, Ms. Hodges. Good to have you with us. So,
pleasure to be here.
Tell us what people can look forward to with this event happening on the 17th.
Organization design has been at the top of Deloitte's Global Human Capital Trends list for the last 2 years. It is topical throughout the world. It's a concern for many organizations, and we did not want to wait until it was 10 years down the road for this to be a point of conversation for organizations in Trinidad and Tobago. So we are bringing one of the modern experts, Andrew Campbell, who's coming in. He will be joining us on the 17th of September. To share with us, give us knowledge and awareness of this topic and how it can transform your organization, help you to increase performance, increase efficiency. McKinsey has shown that the top performing organizations right now are designed differently than they were 10 years ago even. And 75%, and so organizations have to redesign to survive. And they're redesigning, but 75% of those efforts fail because they're not taking a structured approach. So we want our organizations in the Caribbean to do it better, to get it right and be competitive.
And so we've identified those who are likely to benefit from an event like this: change managers, business strategy, HR professionals, consultants, and so on. For those who would like to attend this event, again, it's on the 17th of September at the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business. What do they have to do to register, to be part of this?
They can contact us at 645-6700, extension 223. Or they can write consult@lockjackgsb.edu.tt, and we will guide them through the registration process. Registration is online, so they can register online for the event that is happening.
Is there a deadline for registration?
We would love, we have a special until the end of today, this week, where you can get 10% off. So if you are interested in registering, if this is something that you want to see transformation in your organization, or you're in the midst of redesigning your org, then now is the time to contact us. Take advantage of the 10% off. But you have until the end of next week to register.
And, you know, we often hear, Ms. Hodges, in the world of business, adapt or die. In other words, you need to make changes and so on. And some will argue, well, people have always been changing, whether it's the 1860s or whether it's the 1970s or 2019. People have always been changing and adapting. That's why businesses succeed and thrive and so on. What makes it so much of an imperative in our modern times?
Well, I think it is always an imperative. I mean, if you think, if we talk about Kodak, change is necessary, but it's how you change and how quickly you change and you respond to what is happening. Because change is happening around you, and if you don't adapt, businesses have died. Big names, companies that we thought were hugely successful, global, you could not conceive of them going out of business, and they did.
You mentioned Kodak, we think about BlackBerry.
Exactly. And they were like so cutting edge at the time when they came out, and now they're gone. So,
and in that sense, from that point of view, who would you like to see taking advantage of this opportunity from the business community? Are we talking about these high-powered executive types and the multinational corporations or the big business, or can the so-called ordinary, simple entrepreneur, sole trader, can they benefit from such an exercise?
They can. Organization design should be part of your strategy. Every time you're doing your organizational strategy, so this is whether it's public sector or private sector, you should be considering how is our organization designed? Would it allow us to deliver the results, all these objectives that we have on the table? They should be considering their organization design as well. And so therefore we want to see both the executives, the persons who are making those strategic decisions, as well as the professionals in those organizations who are going to be executing on it, to come and be aware, to come and learn, because this is going to be a very interactive conference. We actually have 2 breakout sessions, workshops, so you can start getting a sense of the tools and how you go about doing this thing. So it's not just all talk that is going to be happening on that day.
And unfortunately, we seem to be having some technical challenges making contact with Mr. Campbell. But tell us a bit about the keynote speaker and what he's going to be doing essentially on the day.
Andrew is very experienced. We are fortunate to have him. He's not just an expert in organization design and an author on the topic, and he's also the creator of one of the modern tools in organization design called the 9 Tests of Good Organization Design, and you can find him talking about it in the Harvard Business magazine. But also he is a Harvard MBA graduate. He worked with McKinsey and Company, both in London and Los Angeles. And so therefore he has practical experience, but he also but he also teaches persons on this thing. And he's a lecturer and the head of advanced organization design at Hull International Business School. And he also is the director of their strategic center. So he has a wealth of experience, and he is very down to earth. I myself trained with Andrew, so he's very down to earth, and he can answer your questions.
So he's real, then. He's not a specialist old talker. He's walked the talk as well.
Yes, he's walked the talk. He's done it for organization, lived it. He's still doing it to this day, and he is just very, very real. You can ask him a question, he's going to give you the answer that you need. And so I think persons are really going to benefit for some of those questions and concerns that they have to come and get their questions answered. Is it
going to be an all-day event? What
it's
time
an
does
all-day
it go for?
event. It starts at 9 a.m. and we're going all the way through until just about 4:10. And at end of each segment, apart from the workshop sessions, at the end of each segment, we're going to be having a Q&A. So every topic he delivers on in terms of connecting people, culture, strategy, how do you do that? How do you incorporate organization design in your strategic plan? How do you evolve your organization? All those topics that he's going to be touching on, he's going to have a Q&A segment so you can get your questions answered as we go along.
Because, I can imagine when we talk about culture and different ways that people do things in different parts of the world, some people might be asking, I wonder if he understands how we just really do things in Trinidad and Tobago, boy. That any time is Trinidad time, that 8 o'clock really means 9:15, that kind of thing. And is it something that you are confident that with his experience and with his, as you said, down-to-earth persona and so on, that he'll be able to connect in a real way? Or because some people, I wonder if they say, well, I went to this event and that fella didn't really understand what's going on in Trinidad. I don't know.
Andrew has, while I mentioned London and Los Angeles, Andrew is actually on his way back from last night from Abu Dhabi. He has traveled the world. He has done consulting throughout the world. He has worked with persons of different culture, different background, having that understanding. And then, as I said, org design has been in the top global trend for the last 2 years. All organizations are looking to redesign their organizations, and people are people at the end of the day. And so while there are unique things, while there are unique things about us, there are some fundamental things that are still the same in terms of how we operate. And so he would be able to relate, and he would be bringing value to the organizations here. In addition to him, though, we also have Miquel Gutierrez from Spain. Miquel is a senior executive with a global company, Siemens Gamesa, which has extensive experience in the Caribbean region. But Miquel is also he's also trained in advanced organization design, and as a senior executive for Siemens, but also in his role with other companies where he's been CEO, he is going to be telling his story and how organization design fits. And so he's also going to be bringing his experience, his global experience, and his familiarity with the Caribbean region from where his company operates, and how it is that we can really implement this and gain success inside of our organizations.
Absolutely. So before time runs out on us, just remind everybody, we're talking about the Organization Design Conference. It's going to be all day, the 17th of September 2019, so it's not too far away from now, at the Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business. And just give us the contact information once again.
So that's 645-6700, extension 223, or you can write consult@lockjackgsb.edu.tt.
And today is the deadline for the 10% discount
Yes.
in relation to the benefits of this particular venture, but you can continue to register indeed pretty close to the event itself on the 17th of September. So let's see what can be imparted as far as the information to assist so many of us in the various changes to our organizations that have to be made. And first and foremost, I suppose we'll have to wait and see if Mr. Campbell will be surprised to see if anybody turns up on time. I'm sure they will, because they'll see the value of it. But he might get an idea as to what we really mean when any time is Trinidad time, with the way things tend to operate in this place. But hopefully it'll be a very, very informative event as well, and it's your opportunity to benefit from his expertise. Coming up towards 7:49 in Trinidad and Tobago. We'll be back right after this.